What's up, fellow clashers? It's Apollyon here, and I'm going to go ahead and bring you some of the ground attacks that was used in our latest CWL ranged war with Darc Avengers. We had so many good air attacks and ground attacks in this, as well as they did too. It was a real fun war. If you guys haven't checked out the air attacks, go ahead and check it out. I put it out right before this video, but we're going to already go start something off with a six-pack. We showed his air attack in the other video. We're going to show the ground attack in this one of a 10v10. Red going against, I don't know if that's IO or low. Whatever it is, it's trashed. So we've got it's trashed, not trash. I don't want to BM or anything like that. It's the bases. So we've got the queen doing her walk from the 10 o'clock all the way down to that, I think, 7 o'clock area. And this base was scouted, so we know where all the traps are. We know the pathing of the queen. I think I did the scout on, no, maybe I did 9. I don't know, it looks so familiar. I think I did the scout for this base. So was able to find out all the Teslas, all the traps, do the queen walk from almost the same type of thing just to see where the pathing would be. So we've got a baby dragon here that's trying to get this expo done, but it's just not going to happen. But it does get that expo down to almost no health, which is really good towards the end, you'll see. So we've got a giant that's being used to be able to wall break that compartment open. And just look at these Inferno towers, how little damage they do to tanks like a giant. We do miss that one army camp there at 9 o'clock. She will just, oops, okay, let me get it again. Alright, now we'll go back to our normally scheduled program. We do have a Inferno tower on the queen, but like I said, this queen walk was done, so we know we can go ahead and get those 2 Teslas in that Inferno with a ability pop. So now we've got that. We've got the jump down, and we haven't really done the funneling yet, but the king is going to go ahead and start that. We're going to go ahead and get that. I think this is a little bit different. I don't know why he did that, dropped them there with the jump, because this queen and Valkyrie are going to go ahead and beat through the wall, and then they're going to go ahead towards the outside. So a little bit not as planned, but that's okay. We'll just adjust to it. So the king will go ahead and finally take that jump. I don't even know where the Valkyries are, if they're still around, but we've already got the hogs coming in, so he's going to go ahead and freeze the Inferno Tower and heal it up at the same time for that semi-double giant bomb there right next to it. That is done, so we can go ahead and heal again and push these hogs through. Now, like I was mentioning, that far expo that was taken down to nothing, that makes it so much easier because we do have hogs flying there, and they're gonna go, they would never, 2 hogs would never be able to take out that full health expo if that was the case, but since it was down to only a quarter of health, they are able to take that out. And we do have a queen that's focusing on that lava hound, which is kind of unfortunate, but the king is still there trying to punch through a wall. We have way too many hogs to be worried about that, those little pups that are doing some minor damage to them, and they're going to go ahead and jump and get that final Dark Elixir storage. So really cool way of starting us out. Nice attack. Love to see 10v10 triples. Just really enjoy that. Let's go ahead and look at number 18. And number 18, we're doing a stoned hobo. So we've got the baby dragon doing some funneling there at the 1 o'clock. Just look at the value that baby dragon is getting. Pretty decent amount, you know, only being hit by that archer tower and soaking up some of those traps just because. We do have troll Teslas there at noon, which those wizards are going to go ahead and take care of. And then one on the outside that is going to reroute that golem after he takes that mortar. Drop a jump to get into that core. And look at those goblins doing work on that Dark Elixir storage. Really cool. Goblins are awesome cleanup funneling troops. And now we've got the golems, we've got the king, and we've got the bowlers coming into that core under rage, under poison. And the queen is going to go ahead and do a little housekeeping on the side with the bowler. And I think, yeah, there we go. So again, it's so important to do that funneling. They would have walked on the side of the base, but really nice job funneling even down towards that 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock area. And now we've got the kill squad just coming in, taking out the enemy queen through that jump, so double jump there. And we've got bowlers and hogs cleaning up on the defenses on the left hand side. Now we do have a queen under poison, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to take out that enemy queen. Let me just see. Oh, 'cause she focuses on the hog, so yeah, those bowlers do get the job done. Hero bowlers right there, and then we've got the queen that uses her ability and is taking out as many defenses as she possibly can. We do have hogs. We still have 5 hogs, but this base is completely roasted and toasty. We do not need to deploy those hogs if we don't want to, but he can use them as cleanup troops, which he does, and it just goes and pushes through the rest of the space. So really, really nice, especially on a kind of weird, funky, I don't know, horseshoe-ish type of base like that. It's not your standard, but that is one way when you have those elongated use hogs. So cool. Let us go down to number 23. And we're going to go ahead and look at a BoValanche. Really, really, I just love the attack. You guys know I do. Using the, I think, 4 golems and bowlers in the clan castle. So it drops the 2 golems to start tanking. Gets a nice, nice funnel. And look at that moat right there. That's just begging to be avalanched. I mean, they're going to have a field day once they get through. It's just when I looked at this, and instantly I said this base should be avalanched for an instant 3-star. This is a fresh hit. Those moats just don't work anymore. They just open it to avalanche, and if the clan has one person that can avalanche, this base design is completely gone. So we've got a jump going on the through that core there, and they're just going to go ahead and send another golem in at the 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock to go ahead and join his brothers. Got some loons to take out those non-air targeting troops like that cannon that's just hitting things. And we've got a Tri-Tesla. Do we have? Yeah, we've got a Troll Tesla at 12. Again, this is a fresh hit, so we did not know that. So you just got to drop 2 wizards. If you don't have any loons or hogs to take care of them, 2 wizards will do the trick. You just have to make sure you deploy them instantly. So I think he's just holding on to them to make sure he's got enough to push through the space. Uses that last jump to go ahead and get that expo. He does have a bunch of golems. I think 3 full golems standing up. And it's just about being patient right now, because he needs those golems to tank that Tri-Tesla. That double giant bomb does take out one of his bowlers, which is not a good thing, but he's got these golems walking around. There we go. So he's got minions and wizards taking these things out, which is just fantastic. And they're going to join up as that cannon, archer tower, and 2 Teslas are being tanked by the golems and king, and it's just a swarm that comes across them, and this base is done. It's over. So a really, really nice hit, especially being a fresh hit. Just really enjoyed that. All right, let's look at number 24. And we're going to check out, I think, a stoned hobo as well. No, it's not stoned. It's going to be a queen walk. And I think it's just a cold-blooded hobo. So we've got the baby dragon doing funneling at the 3 o'clock area and helping that queen out. And we do know where the Tesla farms are. I'm not sure if this was a cleanup or not, but this base was on somebody's video, so we know that the Teslas are in that town hall area or in that little alcove. But Yosef decides he doesn't really want to take out the Tesla farm with that queen, which is a little weird for me, because that's great value to take out a Tesla farm and a wizard farm, or a wizard tower farm. So not like where they grow wizards or something. But that speaking of wizards, that wizard gets taken out by the expo. We do have the queen still walking around the base, and since we are doing a ground attack, it doesn't really matter about the air defenses. Just trying to take out as many splash or point defenses that we possibly can. He's got the golem there going and tanking. He's got the king tanking as well. So decides to do that. And uses the ability with the queen. I don't think we've tripped the clan castle yet, so still working on that funneling. He's got the king walking down the side, and then he's got tons of wall breakers. I think this is the one where, look at these wall breakers. I think they get into the core right here, and I'm wondering why those cannons don't pick it out. Let me just see. Look at this. There we go, and then boom. I don't know if that was intentional, but very, very cool. That's basically like a free jump that you don't have to use if you can do that. There's the Tri-Tesla farm there by the town hall, and there's one little lonely Tesla at the 6 o'clock. Finally, we've got the clan castle being tripped, And standing under poison, that queen is going to have to deal with it, but she's going to have to deal with it without any kind of ability. Still have a heal left, and we've got 18 hogs. I think 18 hogs can make it through this base without any problem. In fact, I don't even think they would need to be healed. He could have deployed them a lot earlier because he did have a Golemite tanking for those point defenses. That's always a good thing when you're sending your hogs in, to have somebody tanking for them. But he'll go ahead and heal up on that only splash damage, which is the wizard tower. And then just go ahead and push the rest of the base, and this is completely done. I hate the AI in those hogs where they have to kill the storage first before they attack the king. I think the king took out 4 to 5 of those hogs in that time. It was just crazy, but a very, very nice attack there. Just 2 more to take a look at, and I'm struggling to decide if I want to do just a special video on not just this hit, but how to analyze a base, because it's a weird design. I don't know if it's necessarily good because it was fresh hit right here, but it took a long time to plan because it's just, number one, not a conventionally designed building. It's just a weird, so highly compartmentalized, but there's a lot of areas for giant bombs, there's a lot of areas for spring traps, and the way the defense is set up, there's tons of ground targeting troops like the cannons right by the air defense. It's just, you can see it. It's just it's not a base that you see all the time. So we really had to think about this one. So I mean, good job to Bane for developing it. Sorry it got trashed on the very first hit, though. It was definitely, it took us a while to put together a good plan for this. You can't really do air that well. I mean, you can do anything, but you can't really send in anything without investing a lot of spells to jump and quad quake or whatever like that. And you know, I don't know, it's just a very interesting design. Not to mention these Tesla or the Expos are set to ground too. So you know, I'm sure it could be hit by air, but we figured the best way, we should always punish a base with air when you got 2 Expos set to ground. But just the design of this didn't lend itself to that. So what the cool thing is, we've got a queen, like a golem queen walk going here. No healers, but we've got the minions funneling up top. And since it's a fresh hit, we thought the Teslas were in that town hall alcove, which, to be honest with you, they should be in that town hall alcove. It probably would have been a more difficult hit if they were. But, you know, since they're not there, it allows the entry to be so much better. We planned for the Teslas to be in there, so we were ready for them not to, if just in case. But we've got a witch in the clan castle and a baby dragon. That's going to be poison. It's going to be taken out right here. It's going to drop the king in there and the bowlers right now, and we're going to do a double jump. So we're getting into that core to go ahead and take out that queen. And some of those, you know, at least one of those Expos on entry dropped another jump to connect everything else, and getting that second Expo and the king. And we've got 14 hogs that have 0 spells, but we have a queen without even using her ability. Doesn't really matter doing the up north ones because there's really no point defenses. So there is a Tesla farm or a couple Teslas at the 3 o'clock, and those hogs are going to go ahead and take care of that. And we still have 9 more hogs as the king is making his way through the base, and the queen is just sniping defense one after another, with ability still, so she's going to be able to help these hogs out. There's a couple of spring traps here that do lose a few hogs, but it's not a really big deal. So we've completely, you know, we've lost 6 hogs right there, 5 or 6 hogs, but still have plenty of hogs to go ahead and clean up. Have a couple back-end loons we could have used depending on where things were. Really, I think this was probably, between that and Emiliano's hit that we saw in the other video, 2 of my favorite attacks that in that war. Just really, really cool to see that kind of thing. And then we've got our blue peeler attack with 3 Pekkas, 3 healers, and we've got loons this time instead of the hogs usually that we can use. So again, I say this on all the videos. The cool thing about this game is you can really mix and match different troops with a certain strategy. So if you're going to use that basic Pekka charge, Pekka walk, blue veeler type of attack with a queen and Pekkas, you can use hogs if that makes sense. You can use loons if there's a lot of ground targeting troops on the outside of the base. So we've got funneling coming in both at the 6 o'clock and the 3 o'clock. We've got three Pekkas that they're going to go ahead and use them to all convene towards that 4 o'clock entry, as well as the king. And we've got the queen finally down there. Now we're dropping the healers that are going to focus on the Pekka. One of them is going to get nicely toasted here because it walked away from the rest of the group. Guys, you learn that in kindergarten. Never walk away from your group. I mean, hold hands. Let's do this correctly. So, go ahead and join with the rest of the Pekkas. She paid the price that way. So we do have the other two Pekkas going into the core. We've got the bowlers really late deployment. It looks like an Apollyon deployment there going, oh wait, Clan Castle, I still have one. So sending those bowlers in there. They do not walk though, which is completely amazing. They do get in the core, and they're just gonna go ahead and take that rage and start throwing their rocks around and taking out that couple of Teslas up there, and just basically creating a path for that loon to make its way. We've got all the air defenses down except for one, so we can start sending in the loons there at the 6 o'clock. We do have two Pekkas still up. We still have a healer up, and we still have a king up. We do not have a queen up. The queen is down. Those bowlers, look at those healer bowlers. They got the text. They're like, take out that last air defense so we can send in these loons on the back end, and there they go. We do have three more loons, but we do have a kind of deadly thing up top there. We've got 2-point defense, 3-point defenses, and a wizard tower. So those Teslas are going to do some work there on these three balloons coming up, especially in conjunction with that Wiz Tower. But they are going to kind of distract them for the other set of loons that are coming in. And finally, that last Tesla will go down, and now we're just doing cleanup. Really like this attack too. Like to see something other than just hogs on the back end. Cool use of loons. So again, if you guys haven't checked out the air attacks, we had some air attacks that were just as good as these ground attacks. Both of them were really well thought out. We really brought our A game when it came to Town Hall 9. At one point, I think we were, I don't know, we were higher than 50% on fresh hits. So really good job to everybody, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also share them with your clan mates, your clan members. If you guys are enjoying these videos, they're going to enjoy them as well. So like I say in all the videos, go ahead and use those friendly challenges to go ahead and hit the bases with these type of attacks. Get used to the compositions, tweak it so that it's something that you feel comfortable with. Switch an archer for a goblin, switch a loon for a hog if it makes sense. Just whatever it's good for you. Switch the spells, but go ahead and constantly use these in friendly challenges to get used to them. And like always, go ahead and practice to get those 6-star clan wars and those 3-star attacks.